Alright, kicking off season 7? I think it's season 7. I got some guys that are really good at this game, so definitely just playing for the fun of it. Alright, here we go.
My name is John McCarthy, and I'm giving you all of the welcomes.
I struggle really bad with tempo in this game.
This event brought to you by the TGC Network. This is the first event of the season, always filled with a little bit more excitement
You can
than the
see.
normal event. Let's get down to the first tee and see how this goes.
Man.
And he appears to be very deep in the rough here for this next shot. And this putt to save par. Ooh, and just inches away from greatness. And this for the bogey.
Well, here we go. That's one way to start it off.
And now let's see what the second hole has in store. Going with the 8-iron. And this one's looking pretty good.
Money on that shot.
12 feet to the cup. And this shot is looking scary good right now. And that one will drop for birdie.
Looks like a PUBG
And
map.
now the third hole tee off. This one's looking pretty good so far.
Did I go in the
He's probably
sand?
not happy with that.
Dang it. Yeah, that didn't work.
And this one's for birdie.
Come on, try it. Oh, come on.
And this putt's for par. And
Oof.
that one will drop.
Barely snuck that one in.
And now setting up for the next par 4 hole. And this drive could go on for days, folks. This is some serious power. And about 175 yards away here. Looks like a 7-iron. This is about 20 feet away.
Come on.
Oh my goodness. And this putt's right around 2 feet. Could be an issue on this next hole. We're gonna have to see how this tee shot goes.
Nope. Not messing with that.
And about 150 yards to the pin. Going with the 9-iron. Well, not a good approach shot there. Not enough club on that one. And about 4 feet from the cup. And that one's going to go for par. And now the 6th hole. And just a huge drive here.
Ooh. That was close.
That's too bad. He's ended up in the water here. And setting up 13 feet from the cup here.
Why'd you park way over here?
Do what?
I thought
Why'd
that
you park
one
way
was
over
going to
there?
be in.
Because all the slots are full.
And this putt is for the double bogey. And finishing the hole with a
Well, this is
solid
going
putt.
downhill pretty quickly.
And let's see what the 7th hole has in store today. Going with the 5
Come
iron
on,
here.
man. Cannot figure tempo out on this game for nothing.
And this putt is for birdie. And for the par. And a nice putt. And now the 8th hole. And look at the distance on this.
Killing me, man. Glitched out.
And about 5 feet from the cup. Ooh, just missing here. And this one's for par.
This game hates me. I'm gonna retire.
Okay, and on to the 9th. Ooh, look at that drive go. And about 140 yards to go. And I think he will like that. And this for the birdie.
Get in there.
And let's see what the 10th has in store. And a promising looking shot here. And you don't see someone drive the green on this par 4 every day. That was beautifully done.
Go back the other way. Come on.
Just missing here. And this one's for birdie. And now let's take a look at the leaderboard. And moving on to the 11th hole.
I don't understand it. It's the same tempo.
And back into the short stuff after that one. And 110 yards or so to the pin. Well, the approach did find the green, but quite a long distance putt ahead. And unfortunately, that has rolled off the green. And about 5 feet to go here. And that putt's going to drop for the bogey.
Brutal.
And now we find ourselves on the 12th. I think that's a 5-iron. Yeah, I think he'll be happy with that. Well, 32 feet out from here. Ooh, and it just misses. This putt's looking to be about 2 feet. And now setting up for the par 4. Well, so far so good for this one. Okay, and about 205 yards to the pin. That looks like a 5-iron.
Money. Oh!
Okay, he is now on the green. This one's about 7 feet away. Ooh, that was very close. And for the par.
That's ridiculous.
And setting up now on the 14th hole. Well, you'll probably like that. Okay, about 165 yards to the pin. And here's an 8-iron. I think this one might be in the rough. Poor approach shot there. I think the wind got the best of that. And that beauty little sand shot is going to put par very much on the table. Ooh, and it just misses. This putt is for the bogey. And moving on to the 15th hole. I think you'll like that. And this putt is for birdie. And just missing.
You gotta be kidding
Well, that definitely wasn't intended. A little bit of bad luck there, I think. This putt's about 3 feet away.
for bogey.
And now teeing off on this par 4. It's looking like it's heading into the fairway.
It's the same tempo every swing.
From about $150. Going with the 9-iron here. Unlucky on that approach shot. Too much club. And this is to save par.
Plus 10, like, how's it even possible?
And next up we have a par 5 hole. I think we'll find some fairway here. And Sorry to mislead you folks, but I did not see that going into the rough. I think this is going towards the rough here, folks. And this one's about 4 feet from the cup. And that one goes in for the bird. Teeing it up here on the 18th. And pretty sure he's gonna like that. And from 155 yards out. And that approach is on the green, but quite lengthy putt ahead.
Money,
Oh,
come
my goodness, just
on.
missed. This putt's about a 2-footer here.
It's tough, man.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to you. My name is John McCarthy, and I am oh so glad that you chose to join us for today's event here on the TGC Network. Second round action here, folks. We are ready to go. I hope you are too. Let's get down to that first tee. Oh, goodness. And dialed in from the fairway on that one. And now let's move to the second hole. The 9-iron. This putt's for birdie. Oh goodness, that was almost in. Setting up about 12 feet away.
Come
Just
on,
missing
man.
there. And this one for bogey. Nice little putt. And teeing off on this next hole, the wind could come into play. Let's find out. I think this one's going to find short grass from 245 yards out. Going with the hybrid here. You know, this one's questionable as to where it's going to end up. And not the greatest of swings on that approach shot. Nice putts for birdie.
Such crap.
This one's about 3 feet away. And next up is a par 4, folks. And this shot's looking promising. Okay, about 140 yards to go. Taking a shot with the pitching wedge. And this one is on the green with a lengthy putt ahead. Ooh, and that was very close. It just didn't drop. And this for the par. And a good putt. Okay, and here is the 5th hole. And this is not going to be good.
Oh, what a joke. Oh, I hate this game.
And this one could be in the rough, but could not be. Let's find out. And he's out of the sand with that one. This one's about 10 feet from the cup. And that's that'll be for bogey. And now we find ourselves on the 6th hole tee off. Pretty sure he's going to like that one. And about 155 yards out. Here's a 9-iron. Oh! And no beating around the bush here. They're going straight at it. And about 5 feet to go here. For the birdie. Okay, and let's see what the 7th has in store. And here's a 3-iron. Might be a bit too much club on this one. Oh, I think that'll play. Looks like that's going to be on the green. Ooh, and it just doesn't drop. Well, that's too bad. A little bit more work to do now to get that ball in the cup. 5 feet to go here. That one's going to drop for bogey. Okay, we find ourselves now on the 8th hole tee off. Okay, this one's looking pretty good. And he can't be too happy with that shot. And it is looking like this next shot is deep into that rough. And that one's back in the fairway, nice and safe. And that green is definitely in reach for the next shot. Oh, and holing that one out with the chip. Very nicely done. And now setting up for the par 4 tee off. And this is looking fairway bound. And about 155 yards to the pin. And that one's going to miss the green. Just not enough club on that one. Hey there. And that little chip is in there. Okay, and the 10th hole. Well, this one's looking like it's finding the fairway. And I apologize, looks like that shot actually ended up in the rough. And this putt is for birdie. Oh. And for the par. Okay, now moving on to the 11th. This one's looking pretty good. And from here, it's about 240 yards to the pin. That looks like the hybrid. Well, that's no good as far as approaches go. This one looks about 4 feet. And that putt drops on in for par.
Ridiculous, man.
And moving along, now on the 12th hole. Yeah, that's not what you want for your approach. And the wind is the culprit, no doubt. Ooh. And a very nice chip in there from the rough, no less. And teeing off on this par 4. Well, this one's looking like it's in the fairway. And from 150 yards. And going with the 9-iron. This putt's about 5 feet from the cup. And that putt will drop for birdie. Okay, let's see what this tee shot has in store on the 14th. Well, I'm pretty sure this is going to land in the fairway here. And from 140 yards away. Going with a pitching wedge here. Well, this one could be either way, folks. I'm not sure if it's going to be safe or not. And to save par. Ooh, I thought that was going to go. And about 6 feet away. And that one will drop for the bogey.
This game will drive you to drinking.
And moving on to the 15th here. And nothing wrong with that shot. And this for the birdie. Solid putt. And now setting up for the next par 4 hole. Just a magnificent display of power here.
Dang it.
And I think he will be pleased with that from 21 feet away. Ooh, that one's that's too
Crumb.
bad. This one's about 2 feet from the cup. And now teeing off on the par 5. And I think he will be happy with that. And about 245 yards to the pin. Well, it looks like this might be heading for some trouble. And this putt is needed to save par. And moving on to the 18th hole. And that was quite a display of power there. And from 155 yards out. Well, I'm not quite sure where this one's going to end up. Unlucky on that approach shot.
Bad ball.
Setting up for the 37-foot putt. Ooh. And about 10 feet to go here. And that will be for bogey. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for some golf. My name's John McCarthy. So glad you could join us, and I can't wait to get things started here on the TGC Network. We are here for the third round of this event, and we are excited to kick things off on the first hole tee off.
Glitched.
And this putt to save par. And the putt will drop. And now the second hole. Going with the 8-iron here, and this could be long.
Buckets. Oh.
And that has got to sting a little bit. That looked like it was on the track for a hole-in-one, but just wasn't meant to be. And next up is the par 5. Nice shot. I think you'll like that. And this putt's for birdie. Oh, and it just didn't drop. And for the par.
That better luck
And that
playing with the
one's,
goalie.
right in the cup. And the wind could be an issue here. Let's see how the tee shot goes. And I think this one's going to find the fairway. From 170 yards out. And nothing wrong with that shot. And they're about 3 feet away here. Okay, let's see what the fifth has in store for us. I think he's going to like that. And about 105 yards to the pin from here. Well, I don't think they meant to do that on the approach. And the wind has to be a factor in that. From 28 feet out. This puts about 3 feet away. And finishing
like
the
a
hole with
little
solid putt.
double bogey.
Now
Oh,
setting up
man.
for the par 4. It appears to be heading for the fairway here. And about 180 yards to the pin. And going with the 7-iron on this one. And that approach is on with a lengthy putt coming up. Ooh, almost, almost. And for the par. And now getting ready to tee off on this par 3. This one's heading for the green. And this for the birdie. So close. And this for the putt.
It's so ridiculous.
This one's about 2 feet from the cup.
Ridiculous. That's what that is.
And now setting up for this par 5. And nicely done. Looking like we'll have some fairway here. Oh my, that was a beauty of a shot. 5 feet to go here. And that one drops for the birdie. And on to the 9th hole.
It's just not true.
And And that's too bad. He's ended up out of bounds. And it's looking like this is bound for the short stuff.
Exact same swing.
And about 5 yards out. Going with the 8-iron. And this one's definitely heading towards the green. This putt's about a 2-footer. And now teeing off on this par 4. And that was beautifully done, hitting the green on this par 4 right off the tee. Ooh, and that was very close. And this is for birdie. And a nice putt there. The 11th hole. It's looking like it's heading into the fairway. And this is not going to be enjoyable.
Where did that go?
And when you have a shot like that out of the sand, that's going to make getting birdie a whole lot easier. For the birdie. And let's see what the 12th has in store. Yeah, that's not very good as far as approach shots go. And this putt is essential to save par. Oh, that was close. And this putt is for bogey. And that one will drop. All right, let's see what happens on the 13th hole here. I can't see him being very happy about that.
Someone make the misery stop.
Ooh, unfortunate. And about 8 feet to the cup from here. Ooh. And about 5 feet from the cup. Finishing this hole with a solid putt. And setting up now on the 14th tee. And look at this drive go. Going for days. 135 yards to the pin.
Alright, that one I
This
pushed.
isn't looking good. Probably gonna get wet. Well, that was an unfortunate approach. And some unfortunate luck there on that approach shot. And with that, he will be out of the sand and onto the green. And that one will drop.
Unbelievable.
And just about to tee off on this par 3. Now he's on the green. Time for putting. And 11 feet to go here. This shot is looking too good. And that one goes for birdie. And now setting up on the 16th tee. Well, I think this one's going to find short grass from 115 yards out. And this putt is for birdie. And that putt drops. And now teeing off on the par 5. This one's looking pretty good so far. And I wish my prediction had have come true, but that actually ended up in the rough. Oh, I'm not too sure about this one. And that appears to have landed in the rough again. And I think he will like that. This looks like around a 4-footer, I'd say. And that one will go for birdie. And now teeing up for the final hole of the round. And that was a powerful, powerful drive. Well, I don't think this is going to be a happy ending, folks. Out of the beach onto the sand trap after that. And a shot like that is putting par back on the table for this hole. Nicely done. And finishing this hole out with a solid putt. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you are ready for the golf. I'm so glad you could join us for this event presented by the TGC Network. We are ready for our final round coverage of this first event of the season. We're down on the first tee now, and let's see what happens. This one's about 6 feet away. And that putt will drop. And now let's see what this second hole has in store. Going with the 9-iron here. And the shot's looking pretty good. And with that, he will be putting. And this one's for birdie. And a nice putt. And now, let us see what the third hole has in store. And this shot's looking promising. Well, this one's debatable. Could be rough, could be fairway. And I think he's going to like that. All right, from 24 feet out. Oh my goodness, close, very close, but no cigar. And about 4 feet from the cup. And the par putt drops. And now the fourth hole. Okay, this one's looking pretty good. And from 135 away. And he's in the short stuff now. And this putt's for birdie. Ooh, and that was very, very close. And about 5 feet to go here. And that one will drop for par. Okay, let's see what the fifth has in store today. And I think he's going to like that. And I think he'll like that. And this one's for birdie. And a decent putt. And moving on to the sixth here. I think he'll like that. And about 190 yards to the pin. Yeah, it looks like a 5-iron. I think this might be a bit long. Well, that was unfortunate. Bit too much club on that. Oh! And that was a fine chip out of the rough and into the cup. And now we find ourselves on the 7th hole tee off.
Man.
And that couldn't have been the intended result on that approach. And this to save par. Ooh, and just inches away. And this one for bogey. And setting up for the par 5 hole. Well, this one's looking like it's finding the fairway. And he won't be too pleased with that. Oh man, a little bounce off the pin on that chip. And this to save the par. And that one will drop. And now the 9th hole. Well, so far so good for this one. And from 160 yards out. And here's an 8-iron. All right, and now he's on. This one's about 6 feet away. For the birdie. Next up is a par 4, folks. Wow, and just a huge drive here on this par 4. Now they're putting. And the eagle will drop. And moving on to the 11th hole. And there was some serious power involved in this one. From 240 yards out. I think that's the hybrid. This one's a toss-up. Let's see where this one will land.
On, man.
Well, not a very great approach shot there. Unfortunately, not enough club on that one. Just a nice shot out of the sand, and very possible to make birdie with this next shot. For the bird. The next hole we have before us is a par 3. Let's see what happens. Going with the 5-iron here. And that will not be on the green. Bit too much club on that one. "22 feet to the cup." Ooh, inches away. And this putt is for bogey. And a decent little putt there. And now setting up for the par 4 tee off. And about 155 yards to the pin. Going with the 9-iron. This one's about 20 feet away. Oh my gracious, that was close. And this putt is for par. And finishing this one with a good putt. And teeing off on this par 4. Well, this one's looking like it's in the fairway. And from 155 yards out. Here's a 9-iron. I think you'll like that. And this for the birdie. And about 5 feet to go here. And that one will drop for par. And setting up now on the 15th. And that approach is on the green. Quite a long putt ahead. Oh, that's bad luck there. And this putt's right around 2 feet. And setting up on the 16th tee. And he's got to be happy with that. Okay, and from 180 yards out. Looks like a 7-iron. And I don't think this is going to end well, folks. with this, hopefully, they can save par. Ooh, that would have been good. And this is about a 4-footer. And that one drops for the bogey. Okay, and moving on to the 17th now. Well, I'm pretty sure this is going to land in the fairway here.
It's not possible.
This putt is for birdie. And finishing the hole with a solid putt. And picking up on the 18th hole action here. Let's see what happens. Well, this one's looking pretty good. And about 170 yards out. And going with the 7-iron on this one. Nothing wrong with that. And this next putt is for 66 on their final round. And that'll drop the birdie.
Thank gosh. It's over.